Hi, my name is Dan Muggridge. I'm Lavastemestari at Turku City Theatre. I've been working here for about 15 years now in the Lavastamo.
Okay. How does your work begin?
The work begins in the initial meetings with the designer about what they would like to do and how much space we have, how much money we have, and their hopes for the production.
Okay. And how does the process go after that? What are the needed steps from that point to the premiere?
Once we've agreed how the set will look, the designer will make a model and do drawings of how they would like it to be, and then me and other mestarit will think about how we can change the model version into a real version, so a full-size version of the model that the designers made. So I have to think about how we will construct things, what materials we'll use, whether we can recycle anything that we already have, and then I will make a 3D model on the computer and construction drawings so that the people building it know how we've agreed to make it. And I have to think about how heavy things are so that it's easier for the stage to move things around, and how we can store everything, so whether things need to be taken apart and how we're going to fit everything into the space that we have.
Okay. What materials are you using? What are the theater sets made of?
Most of the sets are built from steel and wood, mainly kertoo and plywood, and then we use styrofoam and fabrics, and then there's lots of different paint surfaces that we use to create different effects. So we try to make things look like other materials. So we'll use styrofoam, but then we'll try to make it look like wood so that it's lighter to move around. But it's mainly wood, steel, foam and fabric.
Okay. How long does it take to make the sets?
We normally spend 3 to 6 months building a set, depending on how large the set is. So it can take a long time, but some sets we can do them in just a few weeks, but other bigger productions take many months.
Okay. And what happens to the sets after the performance?
After the performance, we take away all of the mechanical elements like wheels and lifting systems, and then we try to recycle anything that we can by loaning it to other theatres, such as the summer theatres, and everything else that we can't store or we don't think we'll be able to reuse has to be thrown away.
Okay. And the last question, what are your most important tools?
My most important tool is my brain. I have to think about things quite a lot to try and come up with ideas, also solve problems and organize the work that everybody's doing. So there's a lot of interaction as well. So I have to talk to the designers and the builders to make sure everyone knows what's going on. But also my computer. I use my computer a lot to do drawings and make spreadsheets and organize things.